Now, there's competent criminals, like the ones that stole $100 million worth of jewellery from the Louvre this week, and there are incompetent ones, like this case of the three men who attempted to import hundreds of kilograms of cocaine into Western Australia. The judge in the case called them Keystone criminals after their boat sank and they were forced to cling to an esky for survival, showing that this operation was clearly above their skill set. The one accolade they can claim was that this was one of Western Australia's biggest drug hauls. The men, Matej Stepanovic, Carl Whitburn and Aristes Avalonitis, had collected 9 large packages of cocaine from a bulk carrier off Albany in 2023 when their boat, called Aces and Eights, promptly failed to remain a boat. The trio, none of whom had had any meaningful boating experience, were left floating in rough seas wearing life jackets and holding onto Blue Esky for several hours before being rescued. After they were rescued, police then went on to recover the remains of their maritime ambitions, the sunken vessel, and in it they found 270 smaller packages of white powder totalling 229 kilograms of cocaine. Several packages of these also washed up on the south coast of Western Australia. I think some people might have thought Christmas was coming early. When police were investigating the case, they discovered that Stefanovic, the group's de facto captain, had never previously operated a boat, had no boating licence, and had purchased the vessel for $72,000 without checking if it was seaworthy. He also didn't own a car and had to borrow one to tow it. And during his one attempt to do a test run with it in Perth, he crashed into a jetty. Now, apparently at this point, he did try and get out of the operation. Promised Avalonitis $50,000 if he would act as a deckhand to collect something from the water. The men then pressed on, and the sea conditions off Albany deteriorated, and the operation concluded when their boat either took on seawater through a fuel line or cracked its hull, depending on which part of the failure occurred first. After the police had discovered what the men had really been up to, they went to locate them. They found Stefanovic hiding in a void next to an outdoor spa, while Avalonitis was extradited from the Northern Territory. The judge noted that they didn't end up getting paid any money, and I think Stefanovic just got the money back from that he'd paid out for the boat. The judge also noted that the trio were not masterminds or even high up in the hierarchy, and that payment was a pittance compared to the value of the drugs. Stefanovic, at the time of the attempted drug importation, was on a suspended imprisonment order for drug crimes